Hey guys, it's postboxpat. Welcome back to a brand new Fortnite Battle Royale video. Apologies for not uploading over the last few days. Obviously I uploaded my all event video, and shout out to all of those that made it right to the very end of that. That was 47 minutes long, that video. It's a huge shout out, and if you haven't already watched it, go and give it a watch. Rewatch the Fortnite events. It's really cool, and it all is from my perspective and my footage. So go and check it out when you can. Alright, so starting off, before we get into it, I just want to say if you aren't already subscribed, roughly 80% of you guys watching the content aren't subscribed, and let's get into today's news video. So first off, I thought I'd point out a few concepts from people in the community. So we're reporting on these concepts for you guys. You can see here from EA, he's actually created one here with a car and a petrol station. Unfortunately, I don't think the car he's put in the concept will actually be in the game, so it's kind of a little bit baity, but obviously we're not using it in the thumbnail or anything. We're just reporting on it for you guys, so you can see that there. And I also don't think it will say fuel low in the game when your fuel is low, but it's a nice little concept, and obviously kind of gives a vibe, maybe potentially what the gas station might look like when your fuel is low. So great concept there coming in from EA. Then obviously there's a few other things as well in the community. There's a Thor concept coming in from Hexa, I think that's how you say his name, and I absolutely love this one. This Thor concept is just so awesome. Thor itself just looks crazy in this, and this is the Fortnite version of him. So great concept, and imagine that as his pickaxe as well with the hammer. I think that would be absolutely amazing, and a lot of people would want that as well. So another concept as well on the line of LTMs is coming in from one of my friends, Humble Pig 25. Now he creates some interesting concepts, more kind of like theory stuff, but this one's really nice. So he's created a concept of potentially a POI, which would be the entire chapter 1 map, but going back for an LTM. So I like it. He's basically given all the chapter 2 kind of POIs, but put them in the chapter 1 map. So I think it's kind of interesting, and you know, I don't think it'll ever happen, but that leads nicely into our LTM topics. So LTM wise, we have a bunch coming in over the Summer Splash LTMs. Here from FireMonkey, you can see all the dates shown for potentially what the LTMs might be, but it is subject to change. So here you go. Fog of War, which is currently taking place now, then High Explosives, then we've got Close Encounters, and then Close Encounters duos and squads. So you've got the two variants. Same with Sniper Shootout, solo and duos. Then you've got unvaulted duos, unvaulted squads, and blitz. Personally, I don't like any of them LTMs other than High Explosives. The only other one I really want to come back is Ground War and stuff like the Floor is Lava, also the Durburger LTM, you know, the one food fight, stuff like that. That's the sort of LTMs I like. All them on there are just basically the normal Battle Royale. Close Encounters is actually quite fun, actually. I do remember that, it's quite good. But High Explosive, Close Encounters, Snipers, it's alright, but because of the usually you can't get revived, that's the only reason I don't like that. Unvaulted will be fun for a little bit, I guess, and Blitz is just Battle Royale but faster pace. So personally, I'm not a fan of these LTMs. It's not like anything too creative. So I was a little bit sad when I saw this list, but that's my personal opinion on them LTMs. Obviously, it's content still to play though, and I will definitely give them a play, but I'm not that excited for them, honestly, if you want my honest opinion. But we'll move on to some more information as well. The Shadow Rising pack, which is in the item shop right now, will be available to purchase until July the 20th. This is from FireMonkey as well, so that's a really nice one to know some interesting information about that. Also, for those that haven't already, make sure you guys go and use code postboxpat in the item shop. It really does help out a lot, and I want to thank everybody doing that. Here are a few shout outs to those who have been supporting me in the item shop. You guys mean the absolute world to me, so come over to my Twitter or my Discord and message me if you're using code postboxpat, and I'll put you guys in some of the videos. Thank you everyone who is supporting me and obviously showing love and respect. It is optional for the channel. I'm a hashtag Epic Games partner, and obviously it helps during these difficult times. So yeah, with that being said, you can see I've got this item shop here, which is on today with Guff and that, so that's really cool. Make sure if you aren't already, or you have, or whatever, I don't know, if you haven't got Guff for some reason, just get him. I don't know why you wouldn't, but he's really cool. I love him. I think he's such a unique skin, but definitely consider copying him just because he's unique, and I think generally everyone should have Guff, but not everyone likes him. I know that, but I do. So anyway, moving on to the next topic. This is a concept for the Galaxy Girl skin. So I thought I'd put this in here, and I'll talk a little bit about how you can gain access to the Galaxy Girl skin in a second, but you can see here, here's a early concept of it, potentially of what it's going to look like. Now, for those wondering a little bit more information about the Galaxy Girl skin, potentially you're going to be able to claim it for free. Now this is only going to be set for certain people, and they are people that own the Galaxy phone again, a little bit like the original Galaxy, but again I think this one will come in the item shop rather than just be exclusive for Samsung users or Galaxy users. So if we go onto the Samsung website right now and have a look, it's rewarding to be a Samsung owner. You can see our way of saying thanks. Being part of Galaxy community comes with benefits. Check back weekly for awards created with the world's best entertainment partners just for you. From Fortnite, Pokemon Go, Forza Street, Netflix. And that's really, really exciting. So Reward of the Week currently is a Netflix show by the looks of it. so you can get something for free. But obviously we've got something coming to Fortnite and Pokemon Go and Forza Street as well, so if you're into any of them other games, that's really exciting. But Fortnite's the one we're focusing on, so that's interesting. I saw this and thought, hold on, that's really interesting. And then a few moments later, I was actually on Twitter browsing through, and then FireMonkey went and broke down in a little bit more detail on how exactly potentially we could be seeing a Galaxy Cup with the Galaxy Scout outfit prize for only Samsung users only. So I thought that was kind of an interesting thing for everybody there, and I generally do think that potentially this could be quite a cool thing if you do own the Samsung phone. So it said bonuses for the Galaxy A71 5G, S20 5G or Note 10 5G. 1 year Postmates subscription, 10,000 Galaxy reward points, which is worth about $50, double Samsung reward points, which is July, obviously a Netflix sneak peek on a new series, Pokemon Go Galaxy style accessories, interesting. Fortnite Galaxy Cup with Galaxy, obviously this is a cup type thing there, so not too much of information there, but obviously that isn't free 100%. We're not too sure if it's going to be guaranteed the skin or you're going to have to compete in the cup, but I think if you compete in the cup, the rewards or kind of like the challenge or the points you have to get might be really low for it, for something that they're giving out for free. And it might be mobile only, so that'll be interesting. Also, Samsung Galaxy paint bundle for Forza, that's not really too much interesting for us either, and special trading offers as well when trading in your phone for the 5G phones. Personally, that again doesn't really apply to us. So obviously the Fortnite one's the biggest one there, and there's some other free rewards if you happen to be a Galaxy phone owner on them set phones. So definitely some interesting stuff there for anyone interested on that side of stuff. Next up I've got for you guys is a hotfix which has been added into Fortnite, coming in from Hypex. So Hypex himself actually tweeted out a little bit of information about how the RPG has now been added in to Team Rumble, adding snipers and rocket ammo to floor loot and RPGs to supply drops. So yeah, that's kind of interesting. I don't know what the actual percentage chance of getting them is. I hope he does kind of post them, but because I like Team Rumble and many of you probably do like Team Rumble as well, so I do think that was kind of an interesting one and it was worth the mention. The next one I've got for you guys is regarding the reward in Fortnite regarding the rings. So this one was kind of interesting. They were talking about currently some of the rings that are placed around the map aren't actually appearing, but you can still collect them if you go through them. So I'm assuming this will be fixed in the next patch, probably coming in the next few days or next week. I'll keep you guys updated on that because apparently Fortnite are on a little week break for a little bit during this week, so kind of interesting stuff right there. Also, they've been getting a lot of questions over the Metal Team Leader Pack. Now I personally made a video on this, but obviously the people asking the questions might have not seen that video, but I'll quickly answer it again. This pack was granted to existing Ultimate founders only, so these are the Ultimate Edition holders, so that's the really expensive pack, compromising players who purchased upgraded to the Ultimate before June 2020. Players who received the free upgrade from the Limited to Ultimate aren't eligible. So that really does clarify things up in a bit better terms than the way I put it. So in my video I was just saying the only way of getting it if you were originally an Ultimate Edition founder, but obviously they've confirmed that if you were automatically upgraded from the Limited to the Ultimate, you still don't gain access to the skin. Now personally I do disagree with this. I do think if you were a Limited Edition holder and you got upgraded to the Ultimate, I think you should still gain access to the skin, but I don't think you should gain access to the 8,000 V-Bucks for free, which I mentioned as well in that video. So generally speaking, I do think that potentially it's kind of an interesting one, but I definitely do agree with them kind of giving it for the higher tier people, but also I do think the limited edition people should have had at least the skin, maybe not the V-Bucks, but a skin at least. So kind of sad a little bit to think about that in that sense, but you know, sometimes Fortnite do this sort of stuff, I guess, so that's a little bit sad. Okay, so some car information coming from FireMonkey. I know I showed some car concepts at the start. So we can see here, we've got a truck concept. Here is all of the, I guess they're not concepts, but the exact stats for each car. So you can see them all. We've got the truck one here on the left, kind of interesting, the fuel capacity and the way things work. It tells you how much you need and how much it uses per boost, etc. And the leaking damage. Really interesting to see how all these cars are going to work. So you can see the truck itself, its health is unknown currently, and its fuel capacity is 100, so it looks like it's got a low amount of fuel, but not too low because it's not the lowest. And obviously the large car has got the biggest amount of fuel. This is going to be the biggest car, and obviously it probably uses more fuel, maybe potentially. No, it doesn't actually. It uses quite a lot. It uses 0.75 by the looks of it when driving, but then boosting only uses 9, so I don't know, kind of balances out equally, I guess. So I kind of like it. Fuel at start of spawn, either maximum or minimum 50. That's kind of interesting. The truck actually almost spawns full. Then we've obviously got medium car here. This is health 1000, fuel capacity 100, fuel per second, not moving 0, driving 0.5, boosting 5, leaking damage 2. fuel per second is that? It doesn't really say, does it? So we don't know 100% now. Maybe every time if you get shot towards the tank, it may actually start to leak that much damage. So that's, or that much fuel. That's kind of interesting. And obviously minimum amount is 40 to 100, so it can spawn quite low. I kind of like this one. I think it's kind of cool to see the difference between them. And obviously the small car as well, 800 health, fuel capacity 100, fuel per second is the least on this one, and the boost is the same as the medium car. So I kind of like it, and I think this one will probably be the most common used car. However, the large and the truck spawn with more fuel in them, so maybe they'll be more popular. I don't know. I think the small and the large car will probably be the most popular too, and I think the small car will probably go the fastest as well. So it's not confirmed that yet. So yeah, interesting stuff. The final point I've got for today's video is cars are actually speculated to release on the 21st of July, which is amazing information for all those excited for the upcoming cars in Fortnite Battle Royale. Other than that, that's everything for today's video really. I've gone over every little concept for you guys, every little piece of information which we've had over the last few days. A lot of stuff there actually, I didn't expect it to be this long. So thank you so much for watching right to the end, and if you happen to have made it right to this very second of the end of the video, comment down below Galaxy in the comment down below, and that'll let me know if you've made it right to the very end. Thank you so much guys, I'll see you guys in future content. Don't forget to smash a like on the video, and go and check out my other videos on screen right now. Peace out guys.